We're on it.
Live, we're on it.
We're on it. We're recording. How are we sounding? Sound better?
Yeah, I think
Sound
we
good?
sound good, yeah.
Right, so welcome back to a new format of Put the Phone Down with me and Meg.
Yes.
It's 2020.
It is 2020, it's a new year.
We've got new cameras now. We've got 3 cameras. We've got new headphones, new microphone stands.
There's just so much going on in this
Oh
room.
yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's looking more professional.
Very professional.
You're not giggling this time though.
No,
as well.
I'm not. No,
This is it.
I'm not. I'm not as giggly anymore. I've got my professional face
Yeah.
on. I'm ready to go.
So
I think we're a little bit late with the New Year podcast, but
yeah, of
we've
course.
just been getting
yeah.
back into the swing of things, haven't we, after Christmas?
Mhm.
Had lots of fun with friends and family.
We did, yeah. A lot of resting,
a lot of
resting,
yeah,
lots
that
of
was
ideas flowing and stuff like that.
Because we get a bit quieter over the Christmas period because obviously the clients from last year tend to finish doing their Christmas campaigns and stuff maybe like a week before
Yeah.
and stuff. So we've had a nice break.
Yeah,
I think we're ready
been
now
good.
to smash 2020.
I know, yeah. Like I say, I've got lots of ideas to act on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good to be back.
It is. It's very good to be back.
So, yeah, what are your New Year's resolutions this time?
I mean, I don't know really whether I class them as like New Year's resolutions or not, because it's weird. There's always like this subject of should we class them as New Year's resolutions? Does it put too much pressure on people? If you don't achieve it, do you feel like disappointed at the end of the year that you've not done it?
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that term, but I've definitely set a few kind of realistic goals, and I'm starting from fresh with like my fitness and stuff like that. So, you know, more of a balanced diet, going to the gym a bit more often, because I've got a few things coming up, obviously this year and next year, with the wedding being next year. And I'd love to do like the 3 peaks and stuff this year, some point in summer. So I want to just generally get a bit fitter and stuff. And I spoke about all this in my blog, which I posted yesterday. And I've spoken about it before because I'm not the kind of person to be pressured by what I see on social media, but I know when I need to feel better in myself. And obviously Christmas, I just like ate and drank everything that I wanted to.
Yeah.
Didn't hold back at all. So definitely need to get in a better mindset now of getting my fitness back on track. There's a few things, you know, wedding planning, possibly getting on the property market, stuff like that, and then things to do with the business, because I know we've got a lot of ideas for this year with the business. So
Oh, I've got loads.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I've got loads of notes and ideas and little goals on my iPad of where I want to take the business.
yeah,
Like promotional ideas. We've got a few different packages that we're launching, a few different like products for creative individuals. So there's loads that we've been working on in the back end, and now we're just going to execute on this. Well, January, because January's a bit of a slow month, it's given us time to like work on our own stuff.
yeah, exactly. More of an opportunity.
Because like bulking up our case studies, because we're producing that much work and that much content.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to actually produce stuff for ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to use this month as a bit of a month to kind of do our own stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Because as a digital agency, we have to promote ourselves as well.
100%,
Or else
yeah.
you're kind of telling other people what to do, but then you're not implementing it yourself.
Yeah, because I always sound like the biggest hypocrite going, because I tell people on a daily basis, like, you need to do this, this and this.
Yeah.
But we don't do it for ourselves. So that's what I want to try and do a bit more of, and kind of put all the stuff that I tell my clients and do it for ourselves and see what results we get.
Yeah.
But I always say that there's you need to find a sweet spot with that, because if you do too much marketing and you grow too quick, you can kind of you don't want to be letting clients down left, right and centre because you're mad busy all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm liking this new format of podcasting.
I
it's
love
good.
this new format. I feel much more comfortable in this, I
And think as well, because like we know we've got the headphones, I can like, every time we was doing the old way, I was always thinking, is the audio right? Is the audio right?
Yeah.
Always worrying about it, like thinking in my head. So I'm like, you were speaking to each other, but I'm always like thinking of that in the background.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
So now this is like, I know we've got decent audio, we can hear it. We know we've got 3 different cameras going at the same time. So if one does fail, we've got on the backup. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's good.
That.
I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we spoke about this before, and it's like we started this podcast with obviously a lot less equipment, and you know, not really finding the right space to do it and stuff like that. And we've kind of worked around, you know, when we've got free time to do it. And I think now we're kind of getting to this point where we've got a good setup, we're getting better equipment.
Yeah,
and
of course.
We always say, you've got to start from somewhere. And I'm glad we didn't put this off until we got all the best equipment
Yeah,
and the right space and stuff.
We've learnt so much as we've gone on, because like when I look at the first one we did it in like my grandma's kitchen, wasn't it? And I listened to the audio and it's like really like echoey and stuff like that. But we weren't perfect ourselves, so it was kind of like getting ourselves prepared as well as getting all the equipment built up.
Definitely.
Because it's like, I want new mics, I want this and this, but there's no point spending all that money and then you sit in front of the camera and you're like,
exactly.
You don't know what to do. So we've been through that awkward period and we're kind of growing along with our equipment. And that's what I say to a lot of clients, that when they have these ideas, they kind of come up with excuses all the time and say, well, I can't do that because of this and this and that. Where really you should just do it, execute your ideas. Like I said, I've got a little wallpaper on my phone saying, always execute your ideas. And it's one of them where just start doing more. Get more content out there. Yeah,
definitely. I agree with that, and I think like that's what a lot of businesses, if businesses are listening to this, which I hope you are, I hope they take from it that you have got to start somewhere and you've got to get them ideas flowing. Yeah. So if you're feeling a little like self-conscious and you're thinking, I don't know if I can pull off this idea and stuff like that, just try it.
Yeah, of course.
And I think this year, push yourself, make it a New Year's resolution for your business to push yourself out your comfort zone, do what you need to do, build your branding, build your marketing, all this kind of stuff, and really get yourselves out there. Because we know a few people who have got so much talent, but they're more reserved about it. And it's like, no, put yourself out there. You know what you need to do. Just do it, implement it.
Because I think there's a lot of people who've got a really good talent, but they don't market themselves as good as they can do.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
That leads to having... What's going on there?
I don't know.
That leads to a lot of like people not getting as much work as they want. As they'd like to, because they think, we've got amazing work, but if no one's seeing that stuff, then you're not going to get people calling you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, have you got any like things that are going to push you out your comfort zone this year?
I'd like to. There's obviously on a business level, I want to push myself to go to more networking events on my own, kind of build my own branding, like get my own clients and stuff like that. And it's like pushing myself out of my comfort zone a bit, because I think I've been a bit nervous coming into creative individuals because it's so different to what I've done before. Obviously, I've always been stuck in these generic admin roles, which I got very comfortable with because I knew what I was doing, and if I'm blowing my own trumpet, I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then, like, 9 months ago, coming into a business where I'm expected to be doing like web design and stuff like that.
You was chucked in the deep end.
I was, yeah. I think I was.
You got no excuse when I'm sat beside and like, right, get it done.
I have no choice. But I think definitely now my confidence has grown a lot more, and I feel like I could go out and I could speak to people and I know what I'm talking about.
That's what I want to, because there's a few like women only networking events that I want to get you onto.
Yeah.
So like doing stuff like that where, again, it's just pushing you more, getting your confidence up in them areas.
Yeah.
I think it's always good to develop the skills. And it's like, I mean, I look at videos of when I was like recording myself speaking into there's footage that I've not even put on social media.
Yeah.
It was just me speaking in front of a camera, and just to get that, like, if I'm behind the camera telling someone, right, you should do this and do that.
Yeah.
If I can't do it myself, then I'm a bit of a hypocrite.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like, us doing this podcast format and like recording it as well as videoing it, it just makes us more comfortable when someone shoves a camera in your face.
Definitely.
Because if we're social media experts, we call ourselves social media experts, we need to be comfortable in front of a camera.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, you make a good point, because this can be quite daunting, but now I feel like so much more comfortable with it. And then sometimes I listen back to the podcast and I think, God, actually I know quite a lot about this, and I shouldn't be so scared of going to networking events and thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do.
The thing is, you'll never know everything. Like, I'm always learning stuff. I've been doing this for God knows how many years.
Yeah.
And you always think, bloody hell, and there's like new updates that come out, and you're always learning, and one marketing strategy will work better than another. There's loads of it's that wide of a market, you can do all sorts with it. So you'll never know everything.
No.
And it's like you say, you're really good at like content writing. We've been pushing you on like the web design and development side of things. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's still loads left to learn.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because that's the thing when you've got me at the side of me, you can just ask me any questions you want.
Yeah.
But like, I only learn everything from online, so there's no reason why anyone else who wants to get in this industry or what's going on here?
That's a background
Honest to
noise.
God. Can't have a bit of peace and quiet for 2 minutes, can we? But yeah, I mean, like I said, tell you what, honest to God, we need our own studio space, don't we?
Do.
But you can hear him talking away, can't you? It's murder. Yeah, but I mean, we've got loads of plans in the new year, and I know a lot of our clients have had some crazy, wacky ideas when they come and rung me up on Monday saying, right, I've got this crazy idea, let's go on it. I said, right, let's just do it.
Let's just do it, yeah, definitely.
You never know, it might flop. We might get to filming and we might think, oh, it's not working this. But I've had some people come up to me with crazy ideas and we've gone, yeah, let's go for it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And some of them have turned out to be our best videos and they've converted the best and they've got all the they've had like 500,000 views, they've got loads of traffic to the website, converted to sales and stuff like that for tickets and stuff. So yeah, I mean, crazy the idea, the better idea.
Yeah, you can work with it more then, can't you?
Definitely. Yeah.
Have you got any New Year's resolutions for yourself?
Yeah, I think like last year, well, like before we moved to Malta, I used to go to the gym a lot. So before that, I went from like going to the gym a lot to then going to Malta, like relaxing, focusing 100% on the business.
Yeah.
Eating and drinking all the time and really like, not looking after myself as much as I should have done.
We were taking advantage of living abroad.
Yeah,
which is fine.
But it wasn't. It was like, it was for me. It wasn't like I didn't have time to go to the gym because I think you've always got time. You can make time.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse, but it wasn't my priority.
No.
Now, like, well, even when I had after coming back from Malta, it's been how many months since we've been back?
I think it's about 9.
That is
9
mad.
months.
That is mad
crazy,
how fast it's gone.
It's unbelievable.
So like since we've been back, it's like them 9 months I needed to put 120% into the business.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, the gym wasn't my priority.
Yeah.
Now we're at a situation where work is coming in naturally, and it's like we're focusing more time on our like marketing stuff. It's more like, right, I've done what I need to do to get to the business to where I want it to be.
Yeah.
Still want it to. There's still mass amounts more that I want to do. But this year I really want to like focus on myself a bit more rather than just business.
Yeah.
Because even like after going to the gym, I feel like more like ready for it. You know what I mean?
Well, I felt the same because like I mean, I've never ever been to the gym in the morning ever. But then yesterday morning, I went to the gym first, and I thought, I'm pumped now. I'm ready to go. So
you
it
nearly
definitely
went twice
helps.
that day.
Nearly went twice.
That's mental.
But then worked priority last night. So
yeah, I mean again what we were saying. Like you were up till 11 o'clock working on a website. You'd have never done that in your old job.
No,
never.
No way. That's the thing. I think if I can give any advice to anyone is if you go home and you're glad to be away from work. So like I had like a 9 to 5 admin job and I was glad to be back at home.
Yeah.
If that means you're not enjoying it. And now I realise how much I wasn't enjoying my jobs before because now I love my job.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
I love what I do and obviously I'm learning a lot, but I would have never in my old jobs, comes 5 o'clock and I'm like, I'm done. I'm going home, I'm done. And I won't do anything else for the evening to do with work. Yeah. But now, because I was enjoying doing that website and I had ideas, so I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to start on it tonight because I want to put these ideas in there before I forget. So it's nice to have that feeling of wanting to do work until like after o'clock at night.
No, it is. It's good. Yeah. And I'm glad you feel like that because obviously we've put a lot of time into this business to help our future. Yeah. The main goal for this isn't to make money. It's to have a working place where I just enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
That is it. It's like a hobby, but I make money from it, which for me, I'm quite lucky.
Yeah, very lucky, yeah.
But again, like, that work-life balance thing is quite important. Although it is good work until 11 o'clock and it shows that you're passionate. The thing that I need to do more is switch off a bit. Because it was like last night, I was up until 1:30. And normally I would have stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought, right, no, like 1:30 still late, obviously.
Yeah.
But I shut the laptop, put the laptop down, and I'm sat there. My brain just like.
Yeah.
It's almost like a noise in my head, like thinking ideas, and then I wake up and jot it down on my phone and shut my eyes, and it's again because I've even got notes on my calendar from like literally this is like 2:00, 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
We normally just think, right, I might as well just sit up and work.
And keep working.
I need to kind of shut off a bit earlier and shift my working hours a bit.
Yeah, I think, and I've mentioned this to you before, but like I always search online for stuff like that for you because I know it's not like you just can't switch off.
Yeah.
And I know that. But there's like a lot of people say, before bed, you have a brainstorm just before you want to go to sleep. You write everything down you can think of, and then your brain's clear then.
Yeah.
So for when you can get to sleep better. But I guess for you, the thing is...
Yeah, the thing is, like, I have that when I think, right, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And then I go, right, I sit down, write all my ideas, put my iPod away, and I'm like sat there thinking, fuck, I want to do these ideas now. I just want to get up and do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what, when I find a good idea, I'm like, oh, fucking yes. And then I'm like I'm trying to sleep. And then I'm like...
Closing your eyes like a little kid.
Yeah, it's just not... So I need to like... I don't know what I need to do.
I think you will. You'll get to that point at some point where you'll be able to shift it more.
Yeah.
But it just shows that you're passionate about
Definitely.
what you're doing. I think that's a good thing.
No, definitely.
And I guess I wrote when I wrote my blog yesterday, I kind of mentioned in that our generation now, our priorities are shifting. So we still go out and get drunk and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, and we love it. But it's like, it's shifting more towards how can I make a better future for myself?
Yeah.
And like for us, this will make a massive impact on our future. And we always say now, imagine if we were in our old jobs and we're looking to get on the property ladder. It'd be so easy.
Yeah.
We'd get a job, we'd get a house like that. It'd be so quick. But instead, we've travelled, we've lived abroad, we've started our own business, and we're not sure yet, but we might not be able to get a mortgage just yet because we're in our first year of business. Who knows?
Yeah.
But at least we're happy with what we're doing.
Definitely.
And I think that is the most important thing. Is like sometimes things aren't as easy when you've got your own business, because obviously you've got to prove all your income and outgoings and all that kind of stuff. But we love what we do.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
And if we can't get a house just yet, we can't get a house just yet. But we're not stuck in that 9-to-5 job that we used to be in.
Yeah,
so...
and that's the thing, innit? Like, if we were stuck in them 9-to-5 jobs, we could probably get a mortgage tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even though we're more financially stable now. But I feel like we are.
Yeah, I think we are.
But from like the mortgage advisor's point of view, we're not. Which is just annoying though. It's like you're what's the word I'm thinking of? Like penalised for being a business owner.
Yeah,
which is
true.
annoying. But,
I know.
But I mean, like I said, I've got lots of goals, and a lot of my clients have got goals as well, which I'm looking forward to executing. I was on a phone call with Jonah before, because I mean he brings a lot of work our way from the Vienna side and stuff like that, and he was saying that I'm really good at executing ideas. He's good at getting like the connections and stuff like that, and getting the ideas, and then I'm just good at just execute, because I was thinking, what's the point of having an idea without just doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the reason why we do this podcast. Is it was an idea. We thought a lot of couples these days are on the phones. They don't put the phones down enough to actually speak about random things.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even plan half of the conversations. It just comes naturally.
It just rolls, doesn't it? I guess that's the beauty of it, because I mean, some things obviously we've talked about before, but it's nice to just sit here and just have a chat and stuff. I just feel like we have so much to talk about, so why don't we just share it with everyone else? Because I do the same thing with my blog, and I guess that's another New Year's resolution of mine, is to blog more, because my last blog was in September last year, and it was kind of I'll just throw something together because I've not blogged for a while.
Yeah.
Whereas this year, I mean, we've got a lot coming up this year, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, but it's like, it shows that people are interested in it though, because you put that blog out and you share someone from school.
Yeah. So I've mentioned on my blog about like looking into buying a property and stuff, and obviously next step being speaking to a mortgage advisor and stuff like that. And someone who I'd not spoken to for years from school, she messaged me, giving me advice, and she was like, I've read through your blog and stuff. And sometimes I think, I don't think anyone's going to read this. I put it out and I think, if no one reads it, well, it doesn't matter. But people actually do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole point, is that sometimes you might post something and think, oh, like, no one's going to see that, no one's going to be bothered by that, but it actually makes an impact.
Yeah, and it's weird because the videos that I've put out that I think everyone would get value from and everyone would see it, it just won't do well. The ones that I don't think would do well, do really well.
The
so
opposite,
this is what I'm saying about when you've got an idea, just run with it and do it, because you never know. You might think, oh, it's a crap idea, but it might actually turn out to be something that people find value and really like gel towards. So yeah, I just think just get shit done, basically.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said in my blog. I was like, I'm going to get my shit together this year.
Because we've got a few ideas for the podcast. Like, we've come up over Christmas, we came up with 3 different segments and stuff like that we want to do, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, we've got one for when I think Jonah's coming over in I don't know how
February?
Yeah, he's going to be like our first. I think if anyone else wants to come on the podcast, you feel free. But I think he's going to be our first guest, and we've got a few different things to kind of obviously give people value, but at the same time, like, I don't know, have a bit of fun with it.
That's the thing. We need to make sure that, like I said with my blog, some things I was putting out, I was like, oh, I'll just put it out there just because I've not really got much to talk about. We need to make sure that we want to put something together, like with the podcast. Like, I love sharing stuff with people, and if it's valuable to at least one person, then that's really good. But I'm really excited for what's coming up with this podcast. I think we've got some really good ideas, and I think for those who have watched us from the start, hopefully you'll see an improvement in what we're doing within the podcast, what we're talking about, how, because we're quite personal with it as well. Like, I like the fact that it brings value to people, but at the same time, it's us. It's relatable, it's personal, like, that's what I love about it. So I think in the next few months when we start implementing this stuff, it's just going to get better and better.
No, that's fair enough. Because like, we've got this like sub-brand called Creative Individuals TV, where this is kind of like, basically the whole point with that was to have, you need an RSS feed to like distribute your podcast to Spotify and iTunes and Google Podcasts and all that sort of stuff. So Creative Individuals TV, we're just a platform for put the phone down and any other podcasts that they do in the future. But I had this idea of kind of like having that just as a platform to create content that we want to do. So say, for example, you see a lot of like things that Lab Bible have done where they go out to see like what's the, I don't know, most expensive pint in Britain and stuff like that, and things about vegan sausage rolls. I want to go out and do stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's fun and it's content, and it's just, again, practicing being in front of a camera, being out in public. You never know who you might bump into. So that's another thing that I want to do in this year. Again, it's just the weather's not the best at the moment. So again, it's making an excuse, but my thinking is if it's windy and I'm trying to record something, I mean, we're trying to record something in the dining room and my dad's in the next door watching The Witcher, coughing his guts up. So it's hard enough to do it here. So that's what I'm thinking. So give it a month or so when everyone's settled in. And I want Creative Individuals TV to just be a platform to do whatever we want to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, like, if, for example, you want to do something with your mates, that's a platform to put that video on and kind of grow a bit of an audience on that. And just see what happens. Speaking of The Witcher, my dad's in there watching The Witcher. We've been watching it. We've finished watching it.
We won't give any clues away though, but we will tell you especially if you like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's class. Absolutely
watch
class.
It. It's so good. Yeah. So good.
No, it is. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right for time. Like, we're doing good for time. Yeah, because like The Witcher, like that was another one over Christmas. I don't really watch series as like I normally watch them in the background.
Yeah.
Because you've been watching that haven't you? That guy with the crazy guy in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm normally on my laptop and like glance at it every now and again, and then I'm like the really annoying person who goes,
What just happened then? It's like, no, I'm not telling you.
And then you normally go,
I can watch it.
So, like, over Christmas, I watched out everything. I needed to get everything out of the way.
Yeah.
So when that Monday came, I could just go guns blazing.
Yeah, exactly.
And literally, like, the amount of stuff that we've been doing these past 4 days, because people, like, I've sent emails out and stuff like that, and because everyone comes back to a ton of emails on that Monday, it normally takes a while for people to get back to you. I've not been like thinking, shit, we're not getting any work in, because I know that's what's happening. And then, like, say yesterday or whatever it was, we went from being really slow to loads of emails come through, loads of phone calls and messages on Facebook, from one extreme to another.
Exactly.
So
it'll just keep picking up then after that.
Oh, definitely.
It's the same with any business, isn't it, in January?
But that's the thing that what I see a lot of people doing is, like, in the downtime, they just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
And the business owners, in that downtime, they should be smashing content out
Exactly,
themselves,
yeah.
optimizing every bit of time, because people, again, like, people have these ideas and just don't do anything with them. And I bet if you look at your day, there's like hours where you just like sat scrolling through Facebook and stuff like that, where you should just be doing your own stuff, like setting a camera up and just speaking about what service you're offering, and giving people value, because that's the way you get work in this days, by offering value.
It's important.
And just being yourself. No, it is. It's good.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, we've got we're going to get a few of these podcasts filmed. We're going to try and be a bit more consistent with it. Try and get some guests on.
It can be. I mean, we shouldn't put pressure on, like, doing it like what, not every day.
No, every day would be stupid.
Yeah,
but like,
as consistent as possible. I mean, the thing is with us is that we're going to start getting really busy, but it's just kind of as and when we can. Doing this kind of thing, and it works really well for us, and it's all part of our marketing plan. So it's
learning from
really
it and stuff like that. Because a lot of time I keep saying to people to filming podcasts is film long-term content. And then from that one long-term content, you can split it up into little bite-sized pieces. And it's just distributing more on social media then. Because then from that 1 hour of filming, for example, you could have 20 different pieces of content. Some of them content you can make into Instagram stories, so you're doubling up there. You can put it onto LinkedIn, TikTok, this and that. So I mean, it's definitely worth filming this sort like long I can't never get long-term content out, because a lot of people these days, and we didn't realise, listen to the podcast. We always get people messaging, put it on Instagram stories that they're tagging us in it, like saying we'll listen. And it's people you don't even think that you'd think could listen to it or are listening to it. So there is a demand for it. He needs to get some bloody lens sipping in there, doesn't he? I tell you, what we need to do is get my dad on one properly. And sit him down here for half an hour and have a good chat, because some of the stories he's got is mad. And that's the thing that, like, at first it was like very much like just me and you talking, but like a lot of people just, again, when you're with your family, everyone's on the phone just scrolling like that, and people don't speak to each other as much as they probably should do. And this could be the platform to kind of, I don't know, just have random conversations.
When we get the opportunity to, we should do.
It's good. Right, I think we've pretty much got everything we need, haven't we?
I think so,
Yeah.
Our New Year's resolutions.
I know, Basically, get shit done, stop being lazy, and do more work. Always execute your ideas. And get to the gym, you lazy get. I'm going to play that back to myself every time I feel like demotivated.
Get to the gym.
Get to the gym.
Execute your ideas.
Get rid of your cookie pouch. Right, Megan, it's been a pleasure as usual.
Another good podcast.
What are we doing after this?
Probably filming some more stuff.
Always filming. This is sort of filming day. We've done some photographs and stuff like that. But if you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure to give us a thumbs up or subscribe or whatever it is you're doing. On Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We're going to be posting more content. We're going to be snipping this down into bite-sized pieces and distributing it all over social media. So we'll see you in a minute. Goodbye.
Bye.
ASMR. This is ASMR podcast. ASMR. Put the phone down.